Hello, welcome back to the allotment on a nice windy and sunny day. As you can see, the shed is up, and even though you might think there's not a lot to see at the start of August on this garden, because it's a relatively new garden, there is still plenty of plants and plants I can tell you about. So let's have a look. Now, for long-time viewers, you would remember that I had this plot. I gave it up about 5 years ago, but before that I had it for about 12 years. And what I'm finding quite interesting is, as I walk around the plot, I'm still going to where the old paths were, where I had them. But last time I had the whole plot, right up to the end there. This time I've just got half, and to be honest, I think that is just about enough for me. So I'm thinking compost bins will go there, and I had a thought about putting compost bins here, and maybe with an inner gate. Who knows? Maybe the gate will come back. Over in this corner, so I've done a quarter of the plot. I've divided up into quarters in my head, and this first quarter is nearly done. And in here I've got an array of flowers, and there's even a few vegetables as well. I came down the other day in the morning and I realised at the crack of dawn, this spot is the first place that gets the sun. And when I came down in the evening, this was the last spot that got the sun. So I'm thinking a flower bed at the back here, and then in front of it a little bench, but not too big because I want it to grow veg. So I'll stretch out, and what I'll do is I'll just put a stick there and maybe a very thin flower bed for about 2 foot. I can come and sit, enjoy the sun, whether it's the morning or the evening. And it's quite nice here to sit within your garden. You will remember, if you've been watching for a long time, this is where the pond was. This is the pond that I fell in one day. But the less said about that, the better. And yes, I've got to an age now where I'm having to use one of these seat assistance things. To the side of the shed here is a massive concrete block that was put down just before I came here for a greenhouse. So this is going to be my section of the plot, because this top end here is divided up and I'm sharing it with the person in front of me. So it's been decided that I will have this concrete block. And that's not the end of it, where you can see there. It actually goes to about, let me see if I can find it, up to about here. So enough space for an 8x6, maybe a greenhouse and shed combo. As I was digging the other day, I actually found some old gardening tools that I'd forgotten about that were buried underneath the clay here. And that is the water pipe that went into the pond, which then connected to the water butt, which was somewhere here. And I'm just trying to find, there are a few slab stones under the water butt, so I'm taking them out so I can reuse them. One of them I've already found, and I've just put it there because I want to mark that is where a concrete post was. And this is an echinacea, and this is the latest plant that I've bought. It's a striking colour. I thought I'd put it on the corner of the plot here just to remind myself, and so that everybody else knows this is the start of my plot. So it's going to be vegetables on both sides, and on this plot I will be running my biodynamic experiments, gardening by the moon. So I will plant some things on a day which is deemed as a good day, and other things that are deemed on a bad day, and then we can compare as time goes on. But the entire plot will be vegetables and a fruit hedge going down the side, which I've already got a blackberry in and a boysenberry, and I've got some other fruit coming, which I will put down by the rose tree there, which is Lady of Shalott, which is still putting on a fantastic display 15 years after being planted. Seasons are certainly all over the place at the moment. The elderberries are ready for picking, so I might do a cordial with them. I don't know. I find a cordial is very good to take throughout the winter, and it seems to keep the colds and flu at bay. Right, I'm going to pop in the shed now, have a cup of tea, and have a chat with old Rusty. He's 15 years now. He's a bit like us all. He's getting on. I'll catch up with you next time. So from me until then, bye for now.